Hello, everybody, and welcome to day number 4 of your Clarity with Confidence Challenge. And today is a really important day because we're going to start deciding what is it that we're going to do next. What are our goals? What are our milestones? Where are we going? So just to quickly recap, we're starting day 1. We're realizing and really having a biggest understanding of where you are now. We completed the wheel of life. We really got to understand this is where I am now. So now I know how we need to know what point A is before we get to point B. Today, we're going to talk about point B. Then on day number 2, we all talk about self-image and how your self-image will determine the results you will have in life, how you really need to be clear on the self-image you have of yourself and upgrading it to be in alignment with where you want to go. Otherwise, you won't achieve your goals. Day number 3 was yesterday, all about what was missing. And by what was missing is really thinking in this year, in your life, what is missing? What feeling would you like to experience more, feel more of? We also talk about taking an inventory of what the year has been, how when things haven't gone the way you want them to go, that has affected your expectations for next year. And we also spoke about upgrading your mindset and how important it is that your mindset is in full alignment with where you're wanting to go. So that leaves us to the topic of today is really what is next? What do you want to create for your life in 2022? What is it that you want to create there? And one of the things that I love more about these part is because I get really excited with just making things happen. But before we get to choosing what we're going to make happen, I want to talk about alignment, because I know if it's happened to you, but it's happened to me a lot of times in which I have accomplished a lot of goals to just feel completely empty at the end of it, to feel that I couldn't care less if I have achieved that goal or not. Even when I graduated from university, I was like, I did this for my family, not for me. So it is so important that we're in full alignment and that we're doing things that are important to us. So that leads me to ask you for a second to make a little bit of an assessment of your values. If you could just list from 1 to 3 your top values in life. What are things that are fully, truly important to you? The reason I love doing this exercise is because when we look at our wheel of life, and this is what happened to me personally and has happened to a lot of clients, when we complete the wheel of life, we realize there's areas that are lacking and that we like to upgrade to the next level. Then we kind of have a list of values here on the side that most of the time have been imposed by society or our families or our cultures. And we have failed to realize that we have been pursuing things in life according to the values that have been imposed that are not even important to us. But when we have the real snapshot of our wheel of life today, we get to see why we are not making happen things that are important actually to us. It's because we have never allowed ourselves to make it important to us. So to give you a quick example that I think most people can relate to is money. We have been told money is the root of all evil. If you like money, or if you want money, if you want too much freedom, or either it's not available to you or it's not a right thing to desire. But maybe inside your heart, that is the thing you want the most in your life. Having more than enough money, doing that is fulfilling to you, to have the freedom to contribute in the way you want to do it, just as an example. But in your values, nowhere to be seen is either freedom or money or abundance, however you want to call it. So how can you expect to give attention to something you're not allowing yourself to want? So my invitation for you today is that you become fully visible to your true desires, whatever that is. Money, abundance, freedom, health, the relationship you've been dreaming of, the leadership role you've been wanting to, that next level on your team, of your business, having a bigger team, having a bigger office, I don't know, whatever that is for you, allowing yourself to go into that space in which, then again, as it sounds cheesy, the sky is the limit. You push through that ceiling and you allow yourself to want whatever it is, even if that is not what your society or your family told you you could desire. So that's the first step, number 1. Second, I also want to make this a little bit now focused to your professional career. And I really want you to ask yourself, wherever you are in your profession, either your own business or your own business or working for somebody else, are you in the right place? And this is a tough question to ask because I think we have usually we tend to leave our professional career from fear, doing something that is going to pay the bills, a 9 to 5 that maybe not fulfilling to you, or you're stuck in a business that you don't even love so much, but you just make a good living out of it. So I want you to, for a second, before we start setting our goals specifically for next year, you go into your heart and you really check in and ask yourself, am I in the right place? Am I in the right role? Am I in the right type of business? I am in the right company for me. And I would recommend that you go into that place when you take a few deep breaths, and your heart will always tell you. You actually might even know without having to go any deeper. And I will love to invite you to make decisions for next year that are not coming from a place of fear. I read something yesterday that I really loved, and it was something along the lines of, we live this life as if we could do it twice, or something like that. And just a reminder, I have needed this reminder, we live once and we don't know where we're going. And we spend so much of our time working that we might as well be doing something that is fulfilling to us. And I can guarantee you will be able to find something that is fulfilling to you, making the right amount of money for your expectations. And then that leads me to talk about your zone of genius, which is also really important now as we start looking at our goals for next year from a professional point of view. And I don't know if you guys have read The Big Leap by Brian Tracy, but I absolutely love this book. I actually have it here, so I'm going to show you. Oh, sorry, I made a big mistake, by Gay Hendricks. This is a fantastic book. If you haven't read it, please do. And he speaks about three areas that you can live. You can live in your area of competence, which is an area in which you can do something good, but anybody else can do it as well. You can live in your area of excellence, which is an area in which you can do it extremely well. You can do whatever you're doing extremely well, and you can do a good living out of it, which is a dangerous zone. I live in my area of excellence for a long time. When I was working as an engineer, I was pretty good at what I was doing. I was doing an excellent living out of it. It was comfortable. Was I fulfilled? No. So it's a very dangerous area to live. Now, the invitation in this book, and it's fantastic, as I said, really best investment of your time and money, is living in a zone of genius, when is doing things that you're absolutely excellent at doing, but those things that you are doing are set to act in, it just really focus in your unique qualities and strengths. They focus on your unique gifts and strengths. And that is when you not only are great and fantastic at what you do, you get a great, retribution from the universe, from money, whatever that is, but you live in fulfillment, which to me is probably one of the most important things. We can dedicate time to experience things. So I'm not asking you to leave whatever you're doing and start a completely new thing, but what are the activities in which you just shine? And seriously, I'm asking you to start from something small, even if it's not by getting paid, even if it's just when you dance, when you sing, when you play the piano, when you go to the beach. It can be the most simple thing, where you make your own pastry from scratch. I don't care what it is. Spend more time on your zone of genius, because eventually that will get you in that zone in which you will get the ideas, you will get the manifestation, you will get the coincidences. You need to spend more time on your zone of genius. If you know your zone of genius is what you're doing today, but making the leap into something completely different is too scary yet, start doing it as a hobby. Start doing things that fill your life with joy. When you start getting your brain and your energy and your body and your soul in doing things that get you feeling like you're in the flow. So let's start thinking, what do you want to create with that in mind, with what I just said? And also looking back at your wheel of life, when you pick those two areas that you decided were going to be the most important to be looking into, what do you really want to create with heart in heart? Making sure those areas are in full alignment with your true values, not imposed by other people, but what you truly value, being completely visible to your desires. Pick 2-3 things in each area that you want to create for next year. And even more so focused, start thinking, what do you need to do in preparation for the few weeks that we have left of this year to get yourself ready to get started? Then double, triple check that those two areas are in every activity is 100% in alignment with your values. There are no shoulds. I should get healthy, but I just go healthy now because I chose, it was a must for my life to live a healthier life. For many, many years, I thought I should eat better, I should exercise. I never did it because I should just doesn't help at all. Really realize that where you are now doesn't determine where you can be in 2-3 weeks or in a year. Make a decision that you're gonna fully 100% visible to you once, and you need to realize also and remember, and I'm here to remember, that you have more power than you think to change your current situation. But you need to set a goal that is fiery and exciting enough to get you moving from where you are to where you are going. So tomorrow we're gonna get more specific into how to make these things happen. But for today, I want you to start thinking, what are your top areas? What are the activities or things that you want in your heart? And stop thinking money and fear. Don't drive your decisions about money or fear. That sometimes we make the mistakes there. Going to your soul. What does your life, your heart, your soul, you need more of to experience? And what are the things that you can do to get that feeling into your life? Again, and remember, come from the abundance mindset that you can live in your zone of genius. And I can tell you, next year is going to be an amazing one. So hit reply to this email. If you are watching the replay, let me know what are your aha moments, or if you have any questions. And I'll see you tomorrow for the last day of the challenge. Have a good day. Bye-bye.